Hello, you lovely people. Cheers for tuning in again, and cheers for watching my videos. Well, today I thought I'd do a video about a topic that has been making the rounds for quite a few days now. Actually, quite recent as well. And that's the topic of whether Eau Rouge, the infamous Eau Rouge corner at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, is too dangerous, and whether it needs to change. After a couple of high profile crashes and a couple of high profile drivers being involved as well. So this is my take on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear any hate or anything. We can have a decent discussion about it as always. But let's not have any hate, okay? So my view on it is that classic racetracks should be left untouched if at all possible. I mean, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a great fan of the new layout of the Hockenheim ring either, although that was my first and to date my only Grand Prix that I've ever visited. I was much more a fan of the the long straights and the forest, the cars reaching up to 340 kilometers an hour, I think it was. Don't quote me on it though. So all in all, I'm not entirely sure whether it would make whether it's I'm not a great fan of actually touching the tracks if at all possible. However, there's a couple of things that need to be considered. When we had the black weekend at Imola, we had arguably the greatest racing driver died. The day before he died, he said he was saying that there needs to be some changes in that corner. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't possible. That wasn't possible. Because there was the kind of like drop, a very severe drop by the behind it after the fence, so they couldn't actually extend it. So that wasn't possible. However, I do know that Monza has also had slight modifications to one corner. I think, yeah, was it Monza or Imola? I can't remember, but one of them had quite. They've done some modifications to actually get the speed, to actually reduce the speed of the cars. I think they put a S curve in, and that hasn't detracted from the racing, but it made it a bit safer. So, and especially with Eau Rouge at Spa, there have been a number of recently a number of high-profile crashes. I mean, the most sad crash I've seen there is when Antoine Hubert lost his life, and Juan Manuel Correa sustained life-changing injuries. So I think it needs to there is an argument there of actually changing Eau Rouge slightly, but we mustn't sort of make it too safe, if that makes sense. Like we mustn't, for example, ruin that corner just to make it supposedly a bit safer. I mean, we also must remember that motorsport is dangerous, and these accidents do happen, and nobody's holding a gun to any driver's head. They've always got a choice in taking that risk. And every time they get into a race car, they take the risk of potentially potentially dying, or that's the ultimate worst outcome. But of course, if we can make it safer in a sporting, in a sporting way, as in it doesn't make it, where it doesn't lose the concept of the actual the actual spirit of the track, then that's fine. Maybe put a bit more gravel there, or maybe even create the first ever speed limit through a corner, even if I don't think that would work, because I don't think when you're in battle, you are potentially able to remember that you have to you can't exceed a certain speed through a corner at that point, unless the FIA come up with a system whereby the cars are limited to that speed limit at that particular at that particular part of the track. Even then, you have potentially got the same. You actually have more potential for an accident, because what if somebody's doesn't adhere to the speed limits. So I'm a bit sort of 50-50 whether Eau Rouge needs changing, or whether it but this is just what I'm thinking. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Cheers for watching, and if you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe to my channel for more content like this, or I give my opinions on Formula One news, and sometimes even other motorsport news. I do race reviews, and yeah, I also would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you guys for being so awesome and support my channel. And I really love the F1 community here on YouTube, and in general as well. I've made some awesome friends, and Formula One and YouTube help me every day. Okay, cheers for watching, guys. Bye.